Hello and welcome to another DD Gaming Gamecast. I'm going to be your caster for this episode, Nerski. Don't have exact stats for you today. I normally bring up a stats profile before I jump into the cast, but I just kind of impromptu wanted to cast this game. So we're going to be having KiWiKaKi, well-known EU player, versus Stork, who is an EU player. This is probably most likely not the Stork that you would think of from StarCraft Brood War. Those guys have contracts and pretty much exclusively play Brood War. But nonetheless, looked like it might be a decent game. Both very high-level Masters League players. So we're going to jump straight into the game and get into this cast. Whoa! 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 Just downloaded this VOD and had it on ×8 speed. Shit happens. Alright, so now as we actually jump into the game after that debacle, we have KiWiKaKi. This is on Zelnala Cavern, spawning as the kind of orangish colored Protoss. Then up here in the north we have Stork, spawning as a blue Protoss. This is going to be a PvP for all you newer people out there who have not seen much of the game. Zelnala Caverns is a 2v2 map. There's two Zelnala towers in the center of the map that are crucial to control. A couple of chokes in the center of the map. Each player does have their own gold expansion towards the center area of the map. And then there is a lot of extra bases just around the map. So this can lead to a pretty long game where you get like a 5 base versus 5 base look. So it'll be interesting to see how this actually pans out. Bringing up the production queue for you guys now. KiWiKaKi, a very well-known Protoss, has done some very inventive things over the last, getting on to like 6-7 months now that StarCraft 2 has been out. So it should be interesting to see what he will do. KiWiKaKi looks like he's going to potentially send out the first scout, not exactly sure. Could be going for a very fast expansion as well. Both players getting up their first gateway in their base right now. Both getting gas, so very similar plays. Looks like KiWiKaKi's just scouting for any potential cheese here. Stork also now sending out a scout. Gonna check for cheese as well. Both players seem to be a little bit worried about any kind of early cheese plays. KiWiKaKi now getting to Stork's base. First gateway is down. Gonna build his cybernetics core right away. Little drone harassment on the pylon. Obviously drones are awesome for getting down pylons, not really so much. A little bit of an interesting play as KiWiKaKi going for a gas steal here. Maybe limiting Stork's tech options a little bit here early in the game, as he'll now have to knock that down before he can really do anything. Zealot coming out for Stork. Back in KiWiKaKi's base, Stork returning the favor, saying, "Oh, you're going to steal my gas? Well, I'll just steal your gas too." Second gateway coming down for KiWiKaKi and his cybernetics core. Stork still just running off of one gateway, so maybe thinking of expanding early. We'll see what he actually decides to do, though. Zealot over there working on the assimilator that KiWiKaKi put up. Stork, meanwhile, looks like he's going to just kind of slow build a stalker here. Back in KiWiKaKi's base, not really messing with the assimilator as much. Just going straight for a stalker, no zealot. Resource-wise, both players very close right now. Stork with just a very, very slim margin. Looks like KiWiKaKi's actually going to get rid of that assimilator now. Chrono boosting out some more stalkers for KiWiKaKi, so he's going to go up to 3 stalkers right away. Meanwhile, Stork just now gets that Vespian geyser down of KiWiKaKi, so no more free scouting for him. Going directly up to 3 gateways. So look at the income tab right now. Pretty close. 24 harvesters for KiWiKaKi, 23 for Stork. So both of them keeping about pace with each other. KiWiKaKi still very slowly working on Stork's assimilator that he put in his base. KiWiKaKi going up to 4 gateways actually, so it looks like he might be going for some kind of just a warp gate timing push here. Is getting warp gates up right now. Not sure if he chrono boosted out or not. Probably did. So looks like he's going to go for some 4 warp gate pressure here. We do have a forward pylon that Stork is taking out of KiWiKaKi's. Stalker's probably not going to get there in time to save the pylon. Stork needs to be careful, not paying attention. Only loses shields though on that Stalker, so no big deal. Back in Stork space, still only running off the 3 gateways, has not added any more yet. So still looking like he may try and expand rather than go all in on this play. Meanwhile, back by KiWiKaKi, he is getting his second gas now. So looking a lot more like he's going to go for a strong timing push off of 1 base here. A lot of Stalkers moving forward right now for KiWiKaKi. Stork now getting a sentry. Looks like he's not ready to fight right now. Probably thinking of just force fielding out the bottom of that ramp right there. Stork waiting for some minerals though. Actually going to go up to a robotics bay. KiWiKaKi actually doing the same thing. Income wise right now, we do have Stork with a slight advantage, up to 31 harvesters now versus KiWiKaKi's just 26. Looking like we're going to have a 3 gate, 1 robo look from Stork. Going to have a 4 gateway, 1 robo from KiWiKaKi. Looking a lot more all-in-ish from KiWiKaKi right now. It does have that forward pylon down. Can still choose to retreat and try and expand, but no guarantees. Down here at the bottom, Stork has put a pylon over by KiWiKaKi's base, back in this little back door hallway. If you pay attention to GSL, Tasteless likes to call it his hallway, even though it is not all that secret. KiWiKaKi is backing off now, so maybe content to play a little more of a macro game, and less so just trying to push all in. Maybe just wanted to apply some pressure early there. Maybe slow Stork down a little bit. Stork, meanwhile, just kind of chilling out resource-wise. We do have Stork ahead at 66 to 55. Income-wise, Stork still a little bit ahead of KiWiKaKi, even though he is largely oversaturated at this base right now. So he really does need to expand if